The ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Now it is exactly 4 o'clock, meaning you're just in time for trending news. This is Look Up TV Trending News. My name is Brian Amwai. Let's get started. Deputy President William Ruto has today taken the Hustler campaigns to Kajiado County, where he drummed up support for his 2022 presidential bid. The DP, who is on a 2-day tour of the region, addressed residents of Loitoktok town in the company of more than 10 members of parliament, where he highlighted some of the achievements of the Jubilee government, and has promised to improve on that once elected president in 2022.
Hii kazi yote tumefanya, lakini ile kazi tulikuwa tumepanga, ile kazi ya Big Four, ambayo ndani yake kulikuwa na mambo ya ajira, ndani yake kulikuwa na mambo ya kilimo, ndani yake kulikuwa na mambo ya matibabu. Hiyo program yote, ule mtu ya kitendawili alipofika akalete rege, hiyo plan yote ikapotea. Ndio mulisikia nikimwambia rais juzi, kwa sababu ile program yetu ilikuwa, sasa tutaingiza kwa hii bottom up kupata ajira ya watoto wa Loitoktok, Elasit na Kenya. Mimi nauliza nyinyi watu wa Elasit, ngojeni, ngoja na tarumbeta nyinyi, ngoja na tarumbeta, ngoja kwanza tukubaliane. Mimi nimeuliza nyinyi swali ya kwanza, mnasema tubadilishe katiba ama tubadilishe uchumi? Tunakubaliana tubadilishe uchumi, sio? Jambo la pili, tunasema katika hiyo kubadilisha uchumi, tuanze na watoto wetu wasio na kazi, tuwapangie vile watapata ajira kwanza, kwa sababu hawa vijana wengi wao wako na certificate, diploma na degree, lakini hawana ajira. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Mnakubali priority hiyo watoto wetu hawa vijana wapate kazi kwanza? Jambo la pili, tusaidie hao wakulima wanahangaika hapa, hawana mahali pazuri pa kufanyia biashara, hakuna sheria ya kulinda biashara yao, na tuwapatie pesa ya serikali ili wasiende kukopa kwa Fuliza na wasikope kwa Shylock, wawe na pesa ya kuinua biashara zao. Nyinyi mnakubaliana na sisi? Mnakubali? So tunakubaliana, tunaanza hapa chini kwa hao watoto wetu ambao hawana kazi. Tunaanza na hao biashara wadogo, kina mama mboga, bodaboda na hao wengine, na tunaanza na wakulima. Tunakubaliana? Hiyo ndio story ya bottom up. So tunakubaliana ni bottom up, ama mnataka tungojee ile inatoka juu, atujui itafika lini? Tuanze na bottom up. Hebu nione wala wanasema tuanze na bottom up. So mimi nimekuja hapa kwa sababu lazima tujipange. Jambo la mwisho mimi nataka niwaulize, sawa, ili tuweze kutekeleza hii agenda ya watoto wetu kupata kazi, ya wafanyabiashara kupata usaidizi, na wakulima kushughulikiwa, lazima tuungane, tuwe na umoja.
Now that is Deputy President William Ruto in Kajiado County. Moving on to still matters politics, the One Kenya Alliance principals have today taken the Oka campaigns to THIKA in a bid to woo voters in the Mount Kenya region. Now the leaders, which include Cyrus Jirongo, Gideon Moi, Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka and Moses Wetangula, attended a church service in Deliverance Ministry Church in THIKA. The leaders have called on Kenyans to back them up as they promise to change the country once elected. This comes amidst report that One Kenya Alliance is under immense pressure to back ODM leader Raila Odinga for the presidency.
Hata kwa biashara, watu wengi ufikiri kwamba tukizungumza sera za biashara, tunazungumzia tu yale makampuni makubwa makubwa. Lakini tukiangalia katika taifa letu, wale ambao wanahitaji usaidizi zaidi ni wale milioni 20 wafanye biashara wadogo wa medium and small enterprises ambao tunataka tulenge. Kwa hivyo dhibitisho letu hapa ni kusema hatubagui wakubwa kwa wadogo. Si lazima tuende kwa kanisa kubwa. Mungu yuko pahali popote. Na leo tunataka tutunikiwe baraka za Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kanisa hili ambalo linahitaji usaidizi. Jambo langu la pili, nataka tu nisisitize pahali mwenzangu amewachia, Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi amezungumzia sana swala hili la kujisajili kama wapigaji kura. Na nimeona kwa baiskeli pale kuna jamaa moja anaitwa Wanja.
What bedevils Kenyans, the high cost of living, the insecurity, the lack of jobs, unemployment for our youth, the medicine, dower, your hero will be found under the umbrella of Oka. And I want, when the time is right, put our policies, which we'll be bringing across or taking across to the people, put it to test. And you will see that the policies that we'll be advocating to Kenyans will be totally unmatched by any other. One thing I'm very proud of my colleagues here and those who I'm working with under Oka, whether the principals of the members of parliament, is that in the prism, in the eyes of Kenyans, they are trustworthy. And there is nothing which can...
One of the things we're proposing as Oka ambayo imekuja kuokoa Kenya, ukitaka sema okoa Kenya na Oka, ni milima yetu hii imejaa shaba, copper na iron. Hata sahau mambo, before that it's talk about barley and wheat. The Bible is talking about all of that. Lakini sehemu nyingi hizi ambazo hatujatambua ni inji yenye urithi mkubwa. Sisi wanaoka tuna mipango, na sio ile ya kupanga, watu wengi wanapanga tunapanga. Lakini tunataka wananchi wajue Mungu ametunukia nchi hii na mali rasmi ya ajabu kama shaba. In Kitui kwa mfano, shaba imejaa copper. What we propose to do is
hii mpangilio ya Oka, mimi katika roho yangu naona ni kazi ya Mungu. Kwa sababu ni vigumu sana kukuta watu ambao hawapendi vurugu, watu ambao ni wakweli, watu ambao unaweza kuamini wote wakiwa kitu kimoja. Na kitu muhimu,
kama wana Oka tumekuja pamoja kwa sababu we believe in this country and we believe in the unity of purpose of the people of this great Republic of Kenya. Tumekuja pamoja kwa sababu tunajua matatizo tulio nayo inataka na inahitaji kukarabatiwa na wale wenye uwezo. And we are tried, tested, trusted team that can fix these problems of our country. Juzi rafiki yangu moja amekuwa kule nchi ya Kongo, muji unaitwa Butembo. Akanipigia simu akaniambia, Senator, hapa Butembo lita ya mafuta ni shilingi 100 ya Kenya.
Now, away from politics, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has maintained that the registration of voters exercise set to end on November 2nd will not be extended. Now, speaking in Kericho while monitoring the registration exercise, IEBC Commissioner Francis Wanderi has said that there will be no extension as they do not have enough funds for the same. Shadrach Kareria reports on that.
Speaking in Kericho while monitoring voters' registration exercise, IEBC Commissioner Francis Wanderi said that there will be no voters' registration extension as IEBC does not have enough fund for the same. Wanderi called on Kenyans who are eligible and have not registered as voters to use the remaining days to register, saying that the IEBC have supplied kits to universities and colleges where many students have not registered as voters. The IEBC Commissioner have confirmed that there has been low turnout for the last 3 weeks since the exercise commenced on 4th of October, but it has improved this last week. 28% of the targeted population has registered in Kericho County, with Commission expecting to hit that 5% by the end of the exercise. The exercise comes to an end on Tuesday this week, and so far IEBC has registered 17% of the targeted 4.5 million new voters. IEBC Commissioner Wanderi's statement comes a day after Kenyans urges the government and the IEBC to extend the registration period so as to ensure that all Kenyans get chance to exercise their democratic responsibility.
Ni mzuri wa extend kwa sababu hakuna haja ya mtu kufungiwa nje. Na ni right ya mtu kupiga kura.
That the target is not yet met. We need to have more voters, and I'm asking if the IEBC can extend the process so that each and every person can be able to come and vote.
And at this point, I want to appeal to the government, IEBC, to extend the voter registration period.
We want to encourage the IEBC to extend more days so that we may get a large number of individuals.
Shadrach Kareria, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Now, on matters climate, it is expected to be a moment of truth as leaders from across the world meet today at the highly anticipated COP26, the Climate Change Summit in the Scottish city of Glasgow, with delegates from about 200 countries expected to announce how they will cut emissions by 2030 and help the planet. Now, according to Environment and Forestry CS Keriako Tobiko, he said that Kenyans will particularly be keen on ensuring developed nations will fulfill their pledge to provide $100 billion annually for climate change adaptation.
With the world warming because of fossil fuel emission caused by humans, scientists have warned that urgent action is needed to avoid a climate catastrophe. Today, delegates from 200 countries are meeting in Glasgow in Scotland for a moment of truth on what they plan to do to cut emissions by 2030 and help the planet. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said the summit will be the world's moment of truth. Now, speaking before the two-week conference, he urged leaders to make the most of it.
I think that Glasgow COP26 is a turning point for the world, and it's the moment when we have to grow up and take our responsibilities. I think we go through a period of glorious indifference about the world. We've been through that. We've been through our childhood, if you like. We now got to realize that this is a problem that requires grip, and there are changes we're going to have to make. But people should be optimistic because we can make these changes whilst encouraging the creation of literally millions of high-wage, high-skill jobs. We need to move from old hydrocarbon technology into new, clean, green technology. It will make a huge difference, and I think it will send a massively powerful signal to the world, the developing countries that I've just been talking about, that we in the industrialized West really do take it seriously, and we really are willing to step up to the plate and help them.
Day 1 will see a report on the state of the climate released by the World Meteorological Organization. Now, the WMO's provisional report by climate scientists will compare global temperatures this year so far with previous years as extreme weather events linked to climate change, including heat waves, floods and forest fires, intensify. Speaking ahead of the conference opening at the Scottish Event Campus in central Glasgow, Environment and Forestry CS Keriako Tobiko said Kenya will advocate for the full and timely implementation of the Paris Climate Agreement during this year's United Nations Climate Change Conference. He also said the country will be particularly keen on ensuring developed nations fulfill their pledge to provide $100 billion.
And so priority for us is adaptation and adaptation finance. I'm sure you've been hearing about the $100 billion pledge or obligation or commitment. That's which was delivered, that pledge was made in 10 years ago. And now what we have, and is going to be a key issue here for at the political level, I'm sure our president will be has been speaking about it very strongly. What we are now being presented with here is another delivery plan that our friends and developing countries have presented to us, telling us we will now be prepared to deliver the $100 billion per year by 2023. So goalposts have been shifted. And then by 2024-25, we will deliver $500 billion. For us, this is now shifting goalposts.
Tobiko observed that developed nations were shifting goalposts in the implementation of the Paris Climate Agreement, saying Kenya and other developing nations were pushing for the global funding for climate adaptation in order to meet the growing needs of vulnerable communities.
So, to showcase and demonstrate the correlation between climate change and security, global security. There is a lot of focus and interest in this COP, not so much, well, the fact that the US is back into the Paris Agreement is a good thing, but that is not the reason why there is lots of attention and focus on this COP. It is because of where we are. If this COP fails, we are talking about irreversible consequences. This COP is the last COP that, because we are just about the tipping point, right? The tipping point. And this is the COP that either will save humanity and the planet from irreversible consequences and tipping point. This is a COP. So that really is the appreciation. But that's not really the reason why there is a lot of focused attention. You will be seeing a lot of youth and women, the most vulnerable, indigenous communities here. So that really is the reason why there is, understandably, a lot of interest and focus on this COP.
The Paris Climate Agreement, also known as Paris Accord, is an international treaty on the climate crisis, which is aimed at radically reducing the world's carbon emissions and preventing a catastrophic rise in the Earth's temperature over 2 degrees Celsius. The 189 nations which participated in signing the agreement were required to establish climatic-specific goals to reduce their carbon footprint, known as nationally determined contributions. The United Nations gathering is one of the biggest summits the UK has ever hosted and was delayed for a year because of the pandemic. COP stands for Conference of the Parties, and it is the 26th such conference. Brian Amwai, Look Up TV.
Now, we take a short break here on Look Up TV. I'll be back with more news, including the Standard Chartered Marathon, whereby we had 2 winners. Yes.
business? Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries? Then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542 700 893 542 or email us on sales@luke-up.tv.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Please make those payments and take dinner out the freezer. Enjoy your day off.
Hey.
How was your day?
Great.
Did you pay the bills?
Abby did it.
And the plumber?
Abby did it.
Send money to your mom?
Abby did it.
Who's Abby?
Bank on WhatsApp with Abby, your 24/7 digital personal banker. Another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Did you take dinner out the freezer?
Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Look Up TV movement now. Now.
Now, thank you for staying with us here on Trending News on Look Up TV. Moving on, Transport Cabinet Secretary James Macharia has said the traffic on Mombasa Road will ease down following the reopening of sections that had been closed. Now, Macharia said the routes that had been closed will be reopened by the end of November. Macharia also added that the construction of the road is on course to be completed and will be commissioned for use on April next year.
And so every week we have to come and inspect and monitor the progress being done by the contractor. And I'm very delighted to say that as of now, it's confirmed to me, and I've seen the numbers, it is actually 75% complete, which is on target of what I said, that we shall finish it by March. All the piling has been done, 100%. And now what they are doing is actually putting the beams, which is basically the bridge. And this will be finished by mid-December. So that by Christmas, we can actually open up the entire old way. And not just opening the old way, but also restoring and enhancing the old way, the old road. Because you've seen in some cases, it's been damaged because of the heavy equipment which they are having. So we are going to widen it, we are going to restore it, and even enhance to make sure it's much smoother than it was before. So we are very happy with the progress. That's why we are here very early Sunday morning. The contractor is working 24/7. If you came here by 6, there are workers already. You've seen security is here, basically guarding those who are working at night. And also making sure that as we do the main trunk, even the interchanges are done as well. You've seen all the way from Westlands, Museum Way, here where we are, Capital Center. It's all being done to make sure that indeed this road is delivered within the time they are promised. And I would like to thank Kenyans because I know especially the people who have been using this road. They have had pain. I myself coming from the airport, I've seen the pain. Like that time in September, when one day people actually slept on this road. And because of that, we decided that we shall be monitoring on a weekly basis the progress to avoid recurrence of what happened in September. And since then, as you can see down there, most of the sections now have been opened up, all the way from museum coming towards the airport. And this is what we want, that as we do the finishing, Kenyans can go back to where they were before. Additionally, we also want to make it green.
Now, Kajiado politics has begun to take shape, especially on gubernatorial positions, as many scramble for political parties. Kajiado aspirant for ODM, David Kedenye, who was the former governor of Kajiado, has launched his gubernatorial race and named his deputy. Kajiado, being a cosmopolitan county, Kedenye has settled for Joseph Manje, who is the MP for Jubilee in the Kajiado North. Now, he has said that his bid of inclusivity his bid is of inclusivity and therefore needs all tribes living in Kajiado to be part of the developments and benefits in the county.
Iko maneno mingi yamezungushwa leo. Tikusemekana Mwanji ni Kikuyu. Kwani Kikuyu hajazaliwa Kenya? Ama Kikuyu sio mtu ametoka kwa Mwenyezi Mungu? Hawa hiyo ni porojo wa jamii imejua tayari ataenda nyumbani. Mwambie ofisi sio yako ama sio mama yako. Pana ofisi na wananchi.
Vile Ole Kedenye amesema ni kweli kabisa. Tumekaa chini na yeye kwa muda, tukajadili na tukaona hii kaunti yetu haiendi vizuri. Na tukaulizana, tukikaa tu kando na tukae chini, watoto wa watoto wetu watakuja kusema baba zao walikuwa wapi kaunti ikiharibika na ikienda vibaya. Ndio tukasema tuungane pamoja, tuhakikishe ya kwamba tumerudisha hii kaunti pahali ilikuwa.
Naambiwe hivyo kwa sababu hicho kiti ni cha wananchi, ni cha watu wote wa Kajiado, sio kiti cha mtu mmoja. Nataka kuchukua fursa hii kumshukuru sana ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Manje kwa kukubali kuungana na mimi ili tuweze kurudisha hii Kajiado yetu kwenye mkondo, kwa sababu imetoka kwenye mkondo kabisa. Na nataka nyinyi wote tuungane tuweze kushikilia hapa, kwa sababu hawa watu wawili wakiungana, sisi interest yetu ni kwenda kufanya kazi.
Now, ISIOLO elders have endorsed Governor Mohamed KUTI for a second term. As Karedia Shadrach reports, ISIOLO community elders say that Dr. KUTI has done tremendous work towards transforming the lives of the people of ISIOLO during his first term in office, and therefore he deserves the chance to accomplish that.
Elders from 12 clans of Sakuya community in ISIOLO have endorsed the ISIOLO Governor Mohamed KUTI for a second term to complete his development project he initiated. Community spokesperson Isaac Kara said following the deliberation spearheaded by 18 Hoyos, which is the supreme tier of Council of Elders,
والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين.
The community bestowed their blessings on Governor KUTI to defend his seat and gave him a mandate to approach other ethnic community living in ISIOLO for political support in order to ensure that his re-election bid is successful. The elders who were drawn from Merti, Garbatula and ISIOLO sub-counties also dressed the county boss in traditional regalia and gave him a rod as a symbol of authority to represent the Sakuya community's political interest for another 5-year term. According to a community elder Maalim Madera Bonaya, Governor KUTI's achievements, especially in infrastructure and health department, have left permanent mark and will be of great benefit to the coming generation. He appealed to other ethnic community living in ISIOLO County to support Dr. KUTI re-election bid in order to enable him to accomplish the various projects and programs that he had started. The elders also asked Governor KUTI to provide guidance on the appropriate presidential candidate and political party that will be backed by the entire Sakuya community during the upcoming general election. While making his acceptance speech, Governor KUTI thanked the elders for their faith in him since he began his political journey over 20 years ago.
Kwa hii fursa kushukuru Mungu na nachukua hii fursa pia kushukuru jamii yangu ya Sakuye ambaye leo wamekutana wao wenyewe wakaniita na wakaamua kwa kauli moja, ikiwa hayu yote, jalab yote, kina mama na vijana na mashekh wetu wote wakiwemo wote wakakaa kwa kauli moja kusema ya kwamba watasimama na mimi katika kuhakikisha kama Mungu nakubali, ili tuwanie kwa mara ya pili kiti ya ugavana wa ISIOLO County, na wote wamesema wameweka support yao nyuma yangu na wameniruhusu niende nishirikiane na presidential candidate na pia party na pia lineup, ili waweze kusupport ili tuweze kufaulu katika hii kinyang'anyiro ya 2022 ya kiti ya ugavana.
Shadrack Kareria, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Now, away from that, Kenya Electricity Generating Company, KENGEN, has announced 13.9 billion profit before tax for the financial year that ended June 2020. Now, this translates to an 8.3% growth in profit from the previous financial year, where the company announced 11.6 billion profit before tax. Now, KENGEN Managing Director and CEO Rebecca Miano said the profit growth was achieved on the back of continued revenue growth and underpinned by the company's diversification strategy.
Kenya Electricity Generating Company, KENGEN, has announced a 13.9 billion profit before tax for the financial year that ended June 2020. This translates to an 8.3% growth in profit from the previous financial year, where the company announced an 11.6 billion profit before tax. KENGEN's profit after tax also improved from 7.88 billion to 18.4 billion, an increase that the company attributes to an 8.1 billion reduction in corporate tax rate from 30% to 25% as per the government's relief measures to support companies as they navigate through the COVID-19 crisis. KENGEN Managing Director and CEO Rebecca Miano said that the increase was mainly attributed to the additional revenue contribution by the 165 megawatt Olkaria 5 geothermal power plant and proceeds from the ongoing geothermal drilling project in Ethiopia. Rebecca Miano said that the profit growth was achieved on the back of continued revenue growth stemming from the company's diversification strategy. She further said that in the year ahead, they aim to deliver Olkaria Unit 6 geothermal power plant, which will add 83.3 megawatts to the national grid, and continue with their diversification strategy, focusing on consultancies, operations and maintenance services, training, and the operationalization of materials testing laboratory and electronic instruments calibration center. The company will continue implementing its corporate strategy to ensure sustainable power growth in the country while leveraging on innovation and partnerships for continued business growth and diversification. Deborah Mukeni, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Away from that, to sports, Elisha Kirop and Valentine Kipketer are the winners of the 18th edition of the Standard Chartered race, which was held today morning in Nairobi on the Southern Bypass. Now, Elisha crossed the finish line of the 42 kilometers race to emerge the winner. Valentine Kipketer outsmarted Naomi Chepkogei in the women's 42 kilometers to win the race in 2 hours 30 minutes. The winners went home with 2 million shillings each. Now that does it for us here on Trending News, but I'll just pick a few of your feedback here. Mutai Caroline says, watching from Kahawa. Thank you so much, Caroline, from Kahawa, for watching. Bishop Waigi, Look Up TV, The Joy of Kenya, watching from Nakuru. We are glad that you can be able to get us in Nakuru. Bibali Moses, tuned in from Nakuru. Thank you so much for tuning in. James Kinya says, the amount of promises being offered by politicians is crazy. Sadly, we all know they never keep their word. Now, that does it for us here on Trending News. On behalf of everybody that has made this bulletin a success, I want to say thank you to you, the viewer, for watching. My name is Brian Amwai. Let's do this again next time. Have yourselves a lovely evening.
To grow your business, broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542 700 893 542 or email us on sales@look-up.tv. We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to views@look-up.tv. We can't wait to hear from you.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Yeah. Are you looking to turn your passion to purpose? Vera Beauty and Fashion College now brings you online classes at the comfort of your home. We are a TVET-approved institution with over 20 years' experience in training competency-based courses in fashion design and creative arts, cosmetology, hairdressing, beauty therapy, interior design in soft furnishings, event decoration and flower arrangement, hospitality and catering, and training of trainers. To enroll, call us today on 0704 577 577 or visit our website at www.verabeautycollege.com. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a center of excellence.
Help me identify a beautiful womb. I never came across one till I got to Vera.
Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification